Max.
Go.
Eagle. Go. Ecom.
Go pending final steps to cabin link check. Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Rift Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you could need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, I thought you were doing your thing again.
No, I still haven't got the audio done.
I just I'm out wandering, looking away and just out there, and you just always you do that. You need a intro.
I'll get it done.
Use the Rift Nation song.
I'll figure something out.
Have you heard that one? I took it. Ryan had it the other night, and I listened to it. I borrowed it. I borrowed it for Wednesday.
Did you?
It's the Rift Nation song. He said he didn't care. He said he thought it was for all of us.
Huh, okay. I guess I didn't know anything about it.
I didn't either, but I got on there and I was playing it on last Wednesday, and I was listening to some of the music, and I'm like, oh, I like this. Ryan had used it Tuesday night, and I thought, oh, I like this.
Okay.
It's a Rift song.
Huh.
I didn't know where it came from.
Well, I may have to check that out.
Yeah, it's in the songs. It's a cute little song. I like it. Happy Monday, right?
Happy Monday.
Happy March.
And welcome everybody to another awesome edition of the Otter's Den with your hosts, me, Keith Otterberg, and Joni.
Happy Monday.
Where she tells you what the astrology is doing, and I try to help you work through it in this 3D life. Yeah, there was a word that I mouthed that I didn't say. Just saying.
I'll tell you, this case has got me just bonkers for Wednesday night. It's the whole UFO thing. I think maybe it's because I'm just not really into UFOs, and I know people are, and I get it. But it's nobody disappears like that for no reason. Something's up with this. I feel
it doesn't make sense.
Why isn't the media picking up on this? Because UFOs are very popular, right?
You can't rely on the media to report on anything.
Right. We don't really have a media here. I don't listen to, like when you turn, what do you call it when you turn on your computer and you see the headlines? I don't know if that's media or not, but you would think they would say, UFO general missing
You would think.
because they just announced they're going to declass the UFO files. So I would think that would be like a main story.
Yeah,
Look at
I
what
do too.
happened to
I hope.
Savannah Guthrie's mom, Miss Nancy.
Yeah,
Look at that. Why isn't that happening for this general?
crickets. I don't know.
He could have so much information.
It,
What if he was kidnapped by the bad people?
or he's a general. I mean, he could have information that they don't want getting out yet. So maybe they put him in a safe house somewhere. Maybe
Yeah,
he, was worried about his own life, and he's
yeah.
off. I don't know.
Well, okay, he's retired. He's 68. If they're going to put him in a safe house, why wouldn't you just pack a bag and go? You're retired. Nobody would know that you're going. I'm going on a vacation. That's all
I,
you'd say,
I
right?
don't know.
You wouldn't be listed as missing. And the
No,
FBI is in, the military is in because there's an Air Force base down in New Mexico.
right.
So they're in on it. FBI's in on searching. But he was the one in charge of that hangar out, right, Pat's in Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
So apparently that's where all of the whatever remains of that alleged crash in
Roswell,
that hangar, whatever, what's it called? Hangar
Area 51.
Area 51. Isn't that no, it's the hangar. What's the hangar called?
I
Hangar
don't know.
81 or 18 or something?
That I don't know.
Okay, up at Right Pat is where all the UFO stuff was shipped to.
Right.
He was in charge of the whole place up there.
Then he knows stuff.
He knows everything.
He knows a lot.
He knows he's one of the big chiefs. Maybe okay, here's my rabbit hole explanation. Maybe they wanted him to come and help declass the stuff.
That could be. Yeah, that very well could be. He might be off in a hidden
Somewhere
location.
saying,
talking
okay,
to-
show him this, show him that.
Yeah,
Well, wouldn't his wife know that?
but maybe she's not supposed to tell anybody that.
Yeah. Well, what she reported him missing.
That could be part of the plan.
Well, that could be. Nobody leaves their house without a phone. People don't walk out the door without a phone.
No.
Not in today's world.
Hang on, there's a car alarm going off. I need to make sure it's not mine. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay, I'll talk to everybody. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? What's everybody up to? Hi, Denise. Hi, Miss Lois. You guys, so I am in the rabbit hole on this case. Keith is checking on a car. This case for Wednesday is crazy. This is the general. What did I do with it? Now I lost it. Okay, the general that was in charge of, oh God, Dayton, Ohio, Area 51, where the in 1947 when the spaceship landed in New Mexico in the desert. This is the general from the Air Force that was in charge of it. On February 27th, he disappeared. He's gone. Gone.
That's strange.
His chart is even stranger. The event chart is what I went, what is this?
It
makes no sense.
No, it doesn't, because if you've got, your smartwatch and your phone and this and that, you take that stuff with you. You have it on when you
Wallet.
When you get up in the morning. It's on your person. So when you leave, it's with you. If he left everything at home, there's a specific reason why. There's a specific reason why he would have left that at home.
And if he had a medical condition, why wouldn't they divulge that to the public and say, hey, he has seizures or he has this, he's got to have his seizure medicine.
Right.
Right? Usually with its, I don't know. It's just really bizarro world.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Kind of like the astrology that's happening right now.
Right. But what's the most thing is how this is a huge story. You see it, you don't see it on social media, you don't see it anywhere.
No.
Now that's even weirder.
When you told me before the show, this is the first I heard of it.
How did I even find it?
I don't know.
I forget. It just popped up on my something. So it's Bizarro World Wednesday, UFO Wednesday.
Check it out.
I don't know. I do not know.
Thank you.
It's so weird. It doesn't look like there was any kind of mischief.
No foul play.
No foul play. That's just me looking at it right away. But there's indication of, you know,
My
fake identifications and things of that nature.
my,
They're getting him out of here.
my feeling is they got him out of there and took him somewhere to, I don't want to say interrogate, but maybe
Go over.
have him verify information. This actually happened. That actually happened. Okay, we can't divulge that, but we can divulge this. Because in the UFO disclosure, there's a lot of things that they don't want to let out because it is transdimensional.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff they don't want getting out. At least that's
National security.
what I've heard. Interdimensional, and by interdimensional, hang on, that can go a couple of different ways. That could be something from another dimension coming into ours, or something from our dimension jumping different dimensions in order to get here quicker.
Maybe he was an alien.
They say they walk among us.
I don't know because I've never really studied aliens. So maybe that he went and got on a spaceship or something.
You know, the reptilians, some of them aren't even alien. They were supposedly here before we were. And they went
See,
under
I want to see one before I believe it.
Okay, I made something just for you.
Oh my God.
And I made it extra tall to leave room for all the
What a
information.
night for that's hilarious. You could have worn that back in 2020.
Just for you.
You're crazy about COVID, and look, it all came true. That's hilarious.
We are running out of conspiracy theories because they are all being proven true right now.
I think everything that you've said has come true.
Quite a bit. If not, it's in the process.
I think everything you've said has come true. And I was like, are you kidding me? I don't really believe that. Just now you watch these reptilian lizard people. I'm like saying they're not true. And you watch what happens. You're going to have to put the hat on again because you're going to be right again.
Let me
I want to see one.
I'm having a rough brain day. My TBI has been hitting, and I've been having a rough time enunciating words and figuring things out. At work today, it took me 20 minutes to figure out why my machine wasn't running, and all I needed to do was push a button.
Well, that's okay.
But I figured it out. But with the reptilians, you figure, okay, the Darwinian theory, okay, theory of evolution,
Okay.
The very first mammal evolved on Earth, and all other mammals evolved from that mammal up until here we are. Even though we have DNA anomalies that can't be explained by science.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that could happen with mammals, why couldn't that happen with the reptiles? The reptiles have been here since the dinosaurs, since before the dinosaurs. So why couldn't a reptile evolve into a humanoid type entity.
They could, I guess. How do you know that? What do they eat? Like food?
There's different stories. The
Like, do they
nasty
go to
Draco,
McDonald's? Do they have voices?
yeah. The nasty Dracos supposedly just kind of like liquefy us and eat us.
Oh, great.
Others live off our energy, drain our energy.
Yeah.
Others aren't nasty at all. They're just here. Uh,
So there's good ones.
yeah, there's good entities and there's not so good entities. Just like there's good people and there's not so good people.
So do they ever like turn back into a lizard by mistake?
I don't know if they have that ability. Um, Species can digress in certain environmental conditions. Like say you take a population of elephants
Yeah.
and they get secluded on this island where there's not much food. All of a sudden you have pygmy elephants, and that's happened. Um, the species responds to its environment in order to survive.
Right.
There are species, including humans, that have DNA that, when it is subjected to a lot of radiation, that DNA activates and they kind of become radiation proof. Because at one time, our magnetic field of the Earth wasn't what it was today. So a lot more radiation came in. So species had to evolve. Well, later
Okay.
on, when the magnetic field got stronger, they didn't need that anymore. So it went dormant. But like with Fukushima and the one in Russia, those species, they're thriving.
So can a lizard marry a human? Can they make like a lizard baby? What would happen if you marry somebody and you don't even know they're a lizard?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess
What
maybe
happens?
it tastes like chicken. I don't know. God, I just said that. Sorry.
Well,
Not
we're
sorry.
gonna have to wait and see if the lizard people come out.
Supposedly they already have, with the eye changes and everything on
It wouldn't
videos that show
surprise
the
me.
people, but with AI, who knows?
Who knows? Well, I think anything's possible anymore. Nothing would. Let me put it to you this way: nothing would surprise me in
They
2026.
they say Hitler is a lizard people.
Huh? They
They
say
say
they're what?
they say Hitler is a lizard people.
We don't say that name or you get kicked off of Facebook. Remember? I did. Just for doing the astrology chart.
I said Hitlery.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Clinking. Hitlery
Oh,
clinking.
okay.
You know.
I've seen her chart more like a scorpion.
No. Careful.
No, when they vibe low, they're pretty wicked. They're wicked.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know.
You know, when you look at I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. When you look at somebody's chart and Pluto, Mars, and I think it's Uranus, all conjunct, all together on the day that you're born, especially Pluto and Mars, there you got to learn how to control that temper and that is a big lesson.
Yeah, especially when you got a bunch of Aries shoved up your too.
Well, it's or a Scorpio stellium.
Yeah, I got
So,
Scorpio everywhere in my
yeah,
chart. Venus and
yeah.
yeah.
And nothing would surprise me on her chart. Nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing.
Thank you, my sister Renee of Cobra
So,
Paranormal.
you know what? Here's what we got from now to the end of March. Okay. This week, enjoy it. Have you noticed how it's a little calmer this week, even with a war going on?
It does see the energy seemed a little better today. Like I said, I've had a lot of brain fog from a TBI today. That does change with the energetic
Yeah.
what's happening up there. I have paid attention. I do notice that. That way I can try to compensate, especially at work, driving, what have you.
Yeah.
Um, it's just sometimes I have trouble talking.
But have you noticed it's better? I mean,
Mhm.
it's not better. Better's not the word,
You
but
don't
it's not as hectic.
yeah. It's more laid back. It's more let things flow.
Yeah.
It's more don't force things. Let's just okay. Today's Monday. Cool. I got this. Let's get it
Right.
done. Happy Monday.
Well, we've got about another 2 weeks of it, maybe.
And it was a good day today.
No, not 2 weeks. 14, 23, maybe 11 days or so. About 2 weeks, maybe less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really less
Today.
than 2 weeks, about 10 days. Let's say 10 days of it. And then we go into 7 planets will be in Aries
Oh, good
on the
Lord.
spring equinox. See, there's a lot. So what happens with those seven planets is not only is the energy going to be impulsive, it's going to be warrior, it's going to be loud, it's going to be low vibing, it's going to be
Uh,
angry.
Again, pay attention to your surroundings. Stay away from crowds. If you walk into a business and you don't feel right, leave. You can go to a different store and get your milk and bread and
Yeah.
eggs. You don't have to go to that concert. Did you buy the tickets? Yeah. What's more important, the money that you paid for those tickets or your life?
Well,
Pay
what
attention to your intuition.
you always do that, but what I did is I checked in March and actually through April. If remember how we had the Mars Uranus square,
Hmm.
and then if we have Pluto squaring somebody, or there's some kind of a malefic lookout Uranus or Pluto or somebody where you just got to pay attention. Okay, we don't have anything like that from
Right.
this period.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
which is great. So this energy is going to give everybody a lot more drive and energy to use it very positively. There's a lot of good positive things with it, which is excellent.
But we got to look at this aspect as well. What I look at and deem as positive, Joe down the block, who doesn't agree with my beliefs, he might see something very nasty as positive.
Well,
So we got to watch out for that
you're
because
right. Yeah, that's a good point. And
he might think it's a good it's a positive thing for his delegation to
well,
manufacture um, boom things and go boom something. To me, that's not positive. To him, that's positive. So
right.
the the
Well,
the division of right and wrong is all in here
right.
and in here.
Well, from a collective, it's people that are pretty well. Um, thank you. It's my star. It glows. Um, the collective will be calmer, but it's going to be very high energy. But now take note of this. If you are an Aquarius, if you've got planets in, now write this important. Aquarius and Gemini, all of those planets are going to be very in harmony
Yay.
with you. The Aries. If you are a Cancer or a Capricorn, all of those planets are going to be squaring anything in those houses. If you're a Leo, right? Or a Sagittarius, very, very favorable trining. And then, of course, a Libra, it's going to be opposing everything. So squares, I think, are harder to manipulate than oppositions.
It's hip to be square.
Yep. Now, like Scorpios and Virgos are going to be in what we call a quincunx. It's 150 degrees, so it's not a main transit, but it still can be a little edgy, but not really.
That can be a little edgy.
Yeah, they can be a little edgy, but so it's great news for Gemini, Aquarius, better news for Leo and Sag, Cancer, Capricorn. Be mindful of it. And Libra, just learn how to balance it. Because,
Libra, just go hide in the closet.
well, the thing about it is with all that Aries energy with Libra is it just takes her off balance. Because Aries is very impulsive and likes to get things done and do it now, and Libra wants to do it. I want to look at all the sides, and and they're procrastinators. So
No,
that's
see it.
the
This is
balance,
done. Let's do it now.
right? Right. So that's going to be like the whole month. So just depending on where the planets fall in those specific charts, it's where it hits, right?
Yeah.
So now that's like March 20th on the spring equinox, right? Which brings, I mean, that's a cluster anyway. Even up through April 12th, this scenario is still going on. It's still very strong.
This whole the rest of this year is gonna be nuts,
I told you.
but in good ways and also not so good ways. But it's going to depend on the way you look at everything,
That's right.
what you listen to media wise.
Oh,
Something very good can happen, and the media will spin it on a dime and tell you it's not a good thing. And so many people believe that. And when you get that many people believing that a good thing is not a good thing, it can actually make a difference in how things work out. So if you can at all, hopefully look at things in a positive manner. Okay, do we got things going on overseas? Yes, we do. The media is not telling everything about it. Excuse me, the correct things about it. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but the more hope and positivity you put into the situation, the quicker it's going to get over.
oh, it's not going to be. It's not going to be long. It's not.
It's
It's not long.
it's not going to be long.
It's
It's
not going to be long.
not
I've
going,
already looked. It's
it's
not
not
long.
going to be
Uh-uh.
like when Bush and
Mm-mm.
Obama went over and did
Mm-mm.
what Trump did, but made it last for 20 years. Okay.
No, it's not going to be like what we put up with TJ in Afghanistan. It's
This is
not going to be like that.
a couple months at the most, I'm thinking.
No, not. I don't even think.
I'm
Let me
I'm,
look.
I'm being generous. It's gonna be quick, and
You know,
get ready for Cuba because we're gonna repair Cuba.
that's already happening right now. Did you see them?
Yeah,
They're uproaring now.
yeah. Venezuela and Cuba, they are all fighting against the communist regime. They want freedom.
Yeah.
We're probably going to give it to them. So we may not have new states, but we may have some new territories coming.
Well, I've always wanted to go to Cuba. It's supposed to be absolutely beautiful. And wouldn't that be the best territory in the world?
I've heard they got good cigars.
Well, they've got beautiful beaches. It's lovely. I want to go. Greg and I were talking. Greg wants to go.
It's not too far off the coast of Florida.
90 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah. We want to all go. Everybody wants to go there. So, I'll have to really look at. I'll tell you one thing about the United States chart.
It's going to be a good day, Renee. That's going to be a good day.
The Pluto is right now up against this is really weird in this chart. Pluto is in the house of the media, right?
Yeah.
Media, communications,
And what is
neighborhoods, internet.
Pluto destroys so things can be rebuilt, and it's in the house of the media right now.
Oh, it's done. It's
Oh,
don't even watch. I quit even because it takes it down.
yeah.
So I have not watched any of the war coverage on
Nope.
any of the media here because it they don't tell the truth.
Yeah. And see, I'm even getting different things from Ben Swan and Dan Bongino and a couple of other ones.
Who's Ben Swan? Is he a radio guy?
No,
Like a war guy?
he used to work for one of the networks, and he pretty much broke the story on
Oh,
Epstein, and he got fired for it.
oh, okay.
And so he went private on his
Okay.
own thing. Um, but see, I'm trying to look into why I'm getting different information from Bongino and a few others,
Oh, okay.
on because both of them, they put out the receipts, they put out the proof, but I don't know why there's two different versions
Okay.
of what's happening over there.
Okay, I'm going to tell you who you listen to. There's these guys called, and they cover Ukraine and Russia, but they're called the enforcers. And these guys, they're the enforcers, and they do an update every night. Unless something urgent happens, they go live. They bring you in, they bring the pictures in, they show you, they have the maps, they have stuff from CENTCOM.
Okay.
I
What is
mean,
that?
they're military people. There's another guy, and I'll send you his name.
Are they on YouTube or
Yeah, they're
Facebook?
on YouTube, the
Okay.
enforcers. And then there's another guy that I watch all the time because he's an old F-16 pilot. So he's been covering it. So I've been listening to the military people covering it because then they don't have any kind of a spin on it. You know,
Right.
it's done military, it's facts, it's what everything that's going on, exactly what's going on, instead of putting a spin on it. And because I like to listen to, if I want to listen to the war coverage, I want to hear the facts. You know, and they have videos, and then of course Talsi TV, and his dad is in Iran. Talsi TV, he's over in London, but his dad's in Iran. He's got coverage live all the time, and he's got people right in there.
Nice.
So there's all kinds of people, but as far as the people here, they don't know what they're talking. They have no idea.
I just subscribed to the Enforcer. I looked it up on YouTube, found it.
Yeah, they're great. And I'll tell you what struck me is, do you remember the Gulf War?
Mhm.
And all the propaganda and everything? And we here in America were so terrified of the Revolutionary Guard. That's all we heard about.
Yeah.
Remember that? Or was it Iraqi war? Iraq.
One of them.
Whatever, whichever one it was. And we were all terrified. Oh, they're going to do this and that. And then the day that we get there, they all come out of these holes with their hands up. They gave up. So that was their big guard or whatever it was. So it was so much propaganda, you couldn't get the facts.
It's propaganda. And at one time, the United States passed a law against propaganda. You cannot,
Right.
it's illegal. Okay. But, and I think it was during Obama's regime
Yes.
that they passed a law that made it legal again.
Yes. They need to get rid of that.
Yeah. You tell the truth or you don't say nothing.
That's
Wait.
exactly right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in free speech and everything else. But
I don't believe in
opinion,
gaslighting.
free speech should be the truth, not gaslighting, not lying, not fooling the American public or the world's public.
Well, if you are still watching them after 2020 and what we went through there, and I was like, and you know it, I was far from being a conspiracy person, and I saw it. I know. Remember, if I could see it and I stopped watching them, everybody else should see it. I mean, that stuff's coming out left and right at what those people did to us.
Yeah, and there's
It's
going to be a lot
terrible.
more. There's going to be so much more information coming out that nobody is going to want to believe, but you're going to have to because it's the truth.
Well, I told you when it would be. It's going to be mid-April, and here's why. It's going to start now because Jupiter is going direct, right?
Hmm.
Jupiter was in retrograde. Everything seemed to slow down.
Pretty soon, everything's going to be direct.
Well, Jupiter's stationing direct.
Hmm.
It's headed forward, which means Jupiter is the truth seeker. It is the law. It's justice,
And see,
right?
that's what I'm hoping for right now. You
It's
know,
coming.
I saw this, and so I put in calls to my FBI agent, like,
Yep.
hey, where are we at on my case? So I'm praying that it's gotten somewhere.
Mid-April.
I'm
Mid-April.
I'm good with mid-April. I am good.
Yeah,
I've been waiting almost 4 years, and I can wait a little bit longer.
that's right.
Just the information and a time frame would be phenomenal.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with following up and just calling and saying, "Hey, where are we?" That's not a big deal. I think you have every right to do that.
Yeah, and
But
my agent, she actually knows my voice when I call. Hey,
isn't
keep
that
my call.
nice?
And she knows my case number.
Isn't that
That is
nice?
phenomenal. She
I
treats
love
me like a
them.
person.
Well, what's happening is Jupiter. That's why we had such a great, the stock market's at skyrocketing levels. It's at record levels. Well, in June, Jupiter's going to move out of that house. It's going to move into the house of the judiciary, the court system, legalities. So anything legal and all of these things that people are like, I want justice for like what happened during lockdown. It's all coming. That's all when it will hit is probably around June.
I would love some kind of extra compensation for going to work every day because I was an essential employee working at Napa Auto Parts in order to keep the automotive industry running and the trucking industry running. And I put myself in danger every day. And did I get any compensation? No. But all these people that didn't go to work, they got extra compensation in their unemployment. It's just,
I didn't get any. I got just a regular paycheck.
yeah.
I had to go to work.
Hmm.
Well,
I was kind of being a smartass there.
oh, okay.
If,
I
if
was
you,
gonna
if
say, crap. So
you,
that'll be June. Now we've got a little bit of. This is a little weird in the United States chart too. Coming up is Uranus is going into the seventh house, right? And it triggers things in there. It's the house of partnerships and open enemies. It's starting to. It's going to move in there in April, right? You can already see where friends that you thought were friends are no longer friends and
yeah.
partnerships. But this is on a collective level with the United States chart, right?
So it's big. It's on a personal level, but it's also on a bigger level.
Well, it's friends. It's the United States is allies that we thought were allies were not, and open enemies are going to be brought to the forefront.
Okay.
So we're going to see people that we thought were allies and they were not.
That makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense. And friends and enemies that we thought were enemies are friends.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen in April. See, in the United States, it's going through what is a Uranus returns. That's another bunch of crap.
Welcome, Ronnie.
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, we know that.
For over 100 years.
Well, now the good thing is here we've got 5 more states that are going to go under the corruption gun, and they're going to look at them and try to get money like we did with Minnesota, which get it cleaned up. I don't care what, just get it cleaned up.
Get it cleaned up.
Get it cleaned up.
Do what the FBI did with my case. They caught the people that defrauded me, that stole my money. And what they did is they confiscated their property. They confiscated their bank accounts. And that will be split among all of the victims. There were a lot of victims on my case.
Yeah.
I lost 106 grand.
Yeah.
and they have confiscated over 255 million. I don't know
Isn't
how
it great?
victims, but it is awesome that they were able to do that, especially since these people are overseas, and the people overseas aren't exactly subject to our laws, but they worked with the overseas government in order to arrest these people
Good,
and confiscate our property back for us.
good.
So I pray that keeps happening because these scammers, they're not going to quit. You have to you have to be very vigilant on what you do. Don't believe your emails. If
No,
you
no,
email,
no.
make a phone call, not from the number that's on the email. You look the number up for that company and you call them. Hey, I got an email from you. No, we didn't send that.
Right.
You get a letter in the mail stating that you owe the IRS all this money or you're going to jail. You better call the IRS.
Yeah.
Do your homework. Don't believe it.
You know, Americans are too kind. I hate to say that, but Americans are just too trusting and too kind and just too damn gullible.
Well, and
We trust everybody and we want the best for people. And we got, you know, in Minnesota, it was unbelievable the amount of corruption and money.
arrest those people and confiscate their.
Yeah, arrest the people responsible.
There are
Period. End of it.
laws in state in order to make that happen.
They did. There's like 90 of them already.
You get our money back. That is
They're getting
our
it.
that is our taxes.
I
That is
know.
all of the taxes that we paid in
I
to the
know.
federal government, to the state government, going to fraudsters that are sending it overseas back to their country.
That's right.
Just like the illegals are sending everything they make back to their country.
Yeah, they are.
That affects
They stopped all that. He
that,
stopped all that.
that affects our interest rates. That affects everything.
Well, Secretary Bessent stopped that. You're not allowed to send money back now. You can't send it out of here.
They still are here.
No, you can't send money back home if you're making it. You can't do it.
I love you, Joni, but I'm going to call bullshit on that because
No, look it up.
I can go to Beatrice and take a picture of a sign in a south of the border store.
Nebraska
And
Nebraska is on the list to be checked.
Then it needs to be done because
Well, send
they're
in the
still
tip.
sending stuff.
Listen, send it into the tip line to the Treasury Department because whatever they confiscate, you get like 10% of it.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna make a note.
You do. Didn't you know that?
No, who do I call?
The Treasury.
Treasury. Okay.
Yeah, Secretary Bessent. There, yeah. If you call in the tip line and they collect money from your tip, you get a bunch of money. So take a picture of that and take a picture of it and send it in.
I am on that tomorrow. I've been looking for new sources.
Nebraska is on the list because I was going to tell you. I was laughing. I'm like, why is Nebraska on this list?
And see that's another thing I'm going to put out. Oh, the hair on my arm standing up.
You're on the list.
If you, okay, I am not on any list. Just saying.
No, not you. The state.
I was being a smartass.
Oh,
But if you want to make a difference, do a quick little Google search. All of the representatives in your area, from Congress to Senate to City Council to Mayor, and you call them, you email them, you write them letters. This is how I feel on this. This is how this is affecting us. Be very descriptive, but
Yeah.
keep it short. Okay, the shorter it is, the more it's going to get read. Because if you send a 10-page email, there ain't nobody going to read it. It's going to get deleted. Just saying. Yes.
okay. You ready for the the states that are under? These are the states they just announced that are going to be under. Here we go. California, boy, who didn't know that? California, Colorado, California, Massachusetts, Maine, Nebraska, New York, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Vermont and Washington. Those those are the states.
There's also
Broad.
many states attempting to pass legislation against geoengineering. You know, the chemtrails that didn't exist. Guess what? They exist, and there are
Florida
states
did.
passing laws against them.
Florida did.
Yeah,
I think Alabama did too. I don't know. Yeah.
and
We don't have them here.
it's in the e-files with Mr.
Yes.
PG. It was planned. It was
Yeah.
organized. Same as the lockdown. It was
Yeah.
all organized and
It's in the
planned
files.
years
Yeah.
in advance.
Yeah.
Your homework, people.
It's in the files. That's a fact. Yeah. We don't have our skies are as blue can be. They're blue.
Now, I know
I've never seen them.
I know that my eyes cannot look at a plane and tell you exactly what altitude it's flying. Okay. But you can get a general. Okay. This plane's way higher than this one, or they're flying fairly close. Okay. You watch them. Yeah, there's a contrail, but an actual contrail from the wing will dissipate as it flies. Okay. It's like a little cloud stream, and it goes away as they fly. It follows them and dissipates as they fly. Now, chemtrail, oh no, that just spreads and keeps going and going and going, and then it spreads out.
Right.
And with the energy that they put into it, it's a waveform. So that cloud, that chemtrail cloud, will actually do this, and that is to, quote, block the sunlight coming in. That's, quote, heating our atmosphere. Hello, it's supposed to. But they want to block it for global warming and carbon tax. It's all about the money.
Yeah. It's all about scamming people.
Yeah.
So, but there you go. See, so I told you something. I'll get the number. I'll look it up online tomorrow from my computer and give you all the information. Cool. But yeah, they want people to. I mean, it's not like you know, get the money back. Help them claw. Well, they're clawing back the money.
Even in Walmart, you walk up to the customer service center. There's
not here.
South of the border language, it says, "Hey, send your money back here." They advertise it.
Not here. I was just at Walmart yesterday.
They advertise it because they get a portion of that in order to do it.
That's why Nebraska's under investigation.
Needs to be, just saying.
It is. Well, go in there and take a picture. You'll be out there. You'll be the next one out there on the phone doing lives, turning in.
I have thought about it. I have thought about it because in the mall in Beatrice, there was an attorney that was in this office, and then he left. I think he retired.
Yeah.
And it was empty. And then all of a sudden, there's this, quote, family help organization. But when you look in the window, you can't see anything. The door's locked.
NGO.
I think I'm going to check that out tomorrow after work.
Go take pictures.
I drive by.
Do a live. Send it to Nick Shirley. Do a live. Okay, so here we go with United. Okay, so after all this stuff happens in March and April, right? Then we go into Uranus has changed. We got all this other crap going on. Then we've got, remember the magic triangle from last year?
Yeah.
Well, the magic triangle, when Uranus went back into Taurus, it kind of like took a break. Now Uranus is coming back into Gemini, and it's back till 2028, right? It goes completely exact on July 4th, 2026. I can't make that shit up.
No.
I cannot make it up, right? So our chart on July 4th,
Independence, baby.
2026, right? It's weird. See, look, I made a picture of the magic triangle. Look, see where the magic triangle is on the United States chart?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that weird? The 5th house of children, the 3rd house of media, and the 7th house of partnerships and open enemies. That's where all the energy is going to be in the U.S. chart.
We're going to make some new partnerships We're going to
Different
eliminate.
friends.
We're going to eliminate old partnerships that weren't to our advantage, that we were being taken advantage of.
I think that's
It's
pretty
all coming.
apparent right now.
Yeah.
Um, and children, that one has been in my, I don't know what that is. Unless it's the lost children that they keep finding
Well,
more and more, the trafficking that's so
that's
bad.
what that's what came to mind right away was
Yeah.
they're going to find more of the children, and even these kids are saying, "Yeah, this happened to me,"
They just found 100 of them,
and a lot of them
100 more.
are in not good situations. They were trafficked.
They were.
They were taken advantage of. They were sold, traded.
Sure they were. But people, I, s- every show I screamed about it. I screamed why the DNA testing was stopped on the border. I screamed about it for 4 years
Yeah, yeah,
because we knew they were coming in. We knew what,
yep.
there were too many people down on the border that were recording it. Now, so this has got Pluto is going to be in the media. So find alternate media now. Do it now while you want to get news, like we all want news on what's happening overseas. Find a good media source now that's honest and you can trust now because you're not getting the truth.
Right. Oh,
It's that simple.
that reminds me. The View. They were going to get sued for only doing one side something. Anyway, there's a legal aspect to it. So they had to hire a conservative, one of us, and she is knocking them out of the ballpark. She is bringing the
You
receipts.
know,
And
Barbara Walters had that, and it was such a good show. They had movie stars on there. It was a good show.
Papa
Used to be.
Wattis. Papa Wattis. I remember
Yeah. She was good. She was a
that.
she was a journalist.
The old, they used to actually do their job and
No,
report the truth.
no.
They would investigate and report the truth.
These people give you their opinion. That's it. Their opinion, people. Their opinions. That's why
Oh, she froze.
the enforcers are really good. You would like them.
I'm going to
You,
check them out.
you check them out, and I'll get the guy that's was the F-16 pilot. He's another one.
Yes, that
He
is.
goes through all the pictures and he tells what's happening, where all the what's going on. It's like battlefield. I mean, they're on it, but they're telling the truth.
And that's what we need. We need the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah, because like you say, you're even hearing from people that you listen to a lot, getting different stories.
Yeah, it's not good. And I'm going to bring that back a little bit with all the astrology that we talked about. That is going to hit in your personal life too. Be honest, be open in your relationships, in your friendships,
Yeah.
Your job relationships, everything. Be open and honest. It is going to help you in the long run. You will learn about yourself. You will learn about others. And if people need to be cut out of your life, so be it.
Get them out.
It's a reason. Don't fight it. Let it happen. That will give room for somebody new to come in that's better. Same with relationships.
Yep.
And it could be that you start having conversations at work with a coworker, and all of a sudden you two start jiving, and you become best friends. Or if you give it the chance, or maybe a romantic spark starts. You
Right.
got to give it the chance, but you got to be open and you got to be honest about yourself.
Well,
If I meet somebody and they ask me what's your past like, I'm just going to look at them straight face and say, "It's." You want to hear about it?
no, they probably, yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, we've just got a lot. There's a lot going on now. We got a little bit of a break for the next 10 days or so. Then it amps up through April, May. I haven't really looked at May, but I know June and July are hopping.
Yeah.
This is not going to calm down till about August. And then once we get past August and eclipse season, we're in home free.
Home
We
free.
are in September, September, October, November is going to be just skating.
I'm good with that because my birthday is in
Yep.
November. So I could use a good birthday.
But actually, this has just been hectic, and it's just a lot of like we said in the beginning of the year, be prepared for change. And boy, we're seeing change.
Yeah, we called that.
I mean,
And
like no other.
before we hop off, we have talked about earthquakes over and over.
Yes.
We have called them over
Yes.
and over, and they have happened.
Yeah.
Stephen Burns, he is a
Physi-
scientist.
he's a physiologist or something, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever it is, they study space.
He has studied this in the past, and he brought it up again. Oarfish, they are really long, really big, very deep sea fish that stay deep sea,
Yeah.
unless there is some kind of seismic activity that screws up the electrical field, and then they come up and beach themselves. Once they come up, they depressurize. They're not going to live in order to swim down. Even if you can get them back in the ocean, not going to happen.
They're doomsday fish.
Yes. And there were many that surfaced right before Fukushima. There were many that surfaced right before the disaster in Russia with that one. I can't remember the name of that one. Chernobyl. Thank you. Chernobyl. But
That was a nuclear thing.
we have had two surface in Mexico. There was one, I think, in Vietnam. There was one over by Japan. So we have more and more of these oarfish coming up
Are they?
around the Ring of Fire. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It is the where the tectonic plates meet around the, I think, Atlantic Ocean. If I'm wrong, give me names, and this brain don't work very well.
Crap.
But he even said, usually when these things surface, something big, very big, like 8.1, 9.1 happens within 2 days to 2 months. So if you're in that area, you might want to prepare. Just be safe.
Yeah.
But I bet you we have some more surfacing pretty soon. And we might have something pretty big happen.
Uranus is earthquakes, and it'll be at 29 about April 4th, April 5th.
And were the two oarfish surface in the same beach? It's right at the conjunction of Pisces and something else. You may know what it is. I can't remember. But it's interesting because Pisces, the sign of Pisces, is two fish.
Right.
You can't make that up.
No. He's so cool. I got to go listen to that. I have to go listen to that.
You're welcome. And thank you for showing up and watching the sport.
Thanks, Denise. And Wednesday I have a great show planned, you guys, because it's the missing general. And I'm not schooled on ufology at all. I'm just really pretty dumb about it. And the the Roswell stuff, but I don't understand this chart at all, and it's the weirdest event chart I've ever seen. You watch, these little green men are going to show up at my door and say, "Give me the event chart."
It'll probably be the Grays.
Or it's going to be the reptilian people.
Lizard people.
The lizard people. No, I don't think the lizard people have him.
You got to say it right. It's Lizid. Lizard. Lizard people.
Well, are lizard people aliens?
Yes and no.
Do they ride on spaceships?
Yes and no.
Oh, Lord, I can't keep up. Well, you know what? They all just need to leave me the hell alone. I ain't got time for them.
They need to tell me why I have this implant in my hand, and then take me home.
I'm not dealing with lizard people. I've had enough of them. Screw them.
Well, you know what? I've had gator and it was pretty tasty. Just saying. So,
Yeah. That'll be a good show because it'll be on Roswell, and I'll get some pictures from Roswell, and we'll go through the whole UFO thing.
that works.
But it's a weird chart. The chart actually shows, like I told you, second house, and that's abduction.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Was he abducted? I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, and the word abduction can mean abducted by aliens.
Right.
They don't want that information getting out. It could
Right.
be getting abducted by the government because they don't want that information coming out. It could be getting abducted by another group down here that doesn't want that information getting
I
out.
think I know the group. It's like probably government. Well, the whole thing is abduction. I wonder what alien is in astrology. I'm gonna have to do some research and see what UFO and aliens are. Probably Uranus. Yeah, it'd be Uranus.
Okay.
Uranus is on in the 12th house, which means it's hidden. I'm telling you, this chart's got me flipping out. I know the chart already.
So Uranus is hidden.
It's hidden. That means the aliens are hidden.
So you got your pants on. Uranus is
I'm
hidden.
gonna have to get a tinfoil hat for Wednesday night show.
You want to borrow mine?
For the Roswell show.
It's adjustable.
Oh my god! You know what? I'm like an hour away from the right Pat. I should drive up there and ask him if I could go into the hangar and do a live. You think they'd let me in there?
I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they would. Well, you guys have a great week.
Yeah,
It's a
you
great
do.
week. Great 2
And,
weeks. You got a good solid 2 weeks of chill.
Yeah, and we got Cindy's show coming on in an hour. Don't miss that. Always a good show, good view. Yeah,
Enjoy the next 2 weeks.
just let things flow.
Yeah, it's good energy.
You know, when I got up today, it's Monday. You know what I said? Okay, hey, it's Monday.
It's calmer.
New week, new day. Let's make this happen.
It's
Not-
calmer. The energy's
Monday,
calmer. It's
I
very
gotta
chill.
work. I get to go to work. We're still in Mercury retrograde. I get to.
That's right. And we're all working.
Get to. So just be thankful for what you have. Even if it's not everything you want, be thankful for what you have. Be grateful. Be grateful you can walk in a room and turn a light switch on, or turn a faucet on, or flush a toilet. Be grateful for
That's
the
right.
things.
Be grateful we all have jobs.
Be grateful that you can walk out of your home and feel the sunshine on your face. It was 81 degrees here today.
Wow.
I took my shirt off when I left work and I drove home with that sunshine hitting on me.
Isn't that great?
Sunshine. So hit that sunshine, ground hard, stay hydrated, and we shall see you.
Wednesday on the UFO, the missing general.
Yep, and then me and you will be on in another 2 weeks, and then me and
Yep.
Joni and Jan will be on next Monday.
Next week. So
Yes.
have a great couple of weeks, everybody.
Absolutely. Thanks. Night.
Bye. Good night.